The idea of losing my sight just terrifies me, and I imagine that's the same for anyone. I knew a bit about glaucoma, but not much, but my experience of it was that Mum lost vision fast.
And suddenly it got out of hand. Now I've had some damage to the optic nerve, so now I can't drive.
The idea of losing your sight is fearful. It impacts just every aspect of life, right? Of how do you do work, life, parenting, anything if you can't see.
I actually don't know what the prognosis is at the moment, how treatable it is, or whether it's just going to continue until everything's gone. I really want to see their faces when they're 17. That would be really scary. I mean, you can see how delightful they are.
Got a lot riding on me. I've got a family. I've got a lot to do, and the idea that within months I could lose my ability to drive, lose my ability to travel, or ability to work.
Loss of independence for me is one of the, I think, probably the biggest one.
It's called the sneak thief of sight. Glaucoma is a condition that affects the optic nerve, usually through a process of high pressure, elevated pressure inside the eyeball, which affects the oxygenation or the perfusion of the optic nerve. So the nerve loses function over a period of time. It can be a very slow, insidious process.
And typically it causes a loss of peripheral vision. So people's peripheral vision encroaches, but it's not until it's actually very advanced that people notice it.
Their field of vision is so restricted, it's like they're looking through a tunnel.
There are people now walking around who are losing their eyesight and haven't noticed yet.
Most people would imagine that if you lose your vision, that's something you would notice. But your brain is very clever. You've got your eyes cover for each other. It's really difficult to be aware of the disease.
Unfortunately, once the damage to the optic nerve has occurred, there's nothing that can be done about it.
Glaucoma is the leading cause of irreversible blindness. There's about 300,000 Australians who have glaucoma, so that's about 3% of people over the age of 50. Half of those people don't know they have the disease. What this appeal is going to fund is an interventional study where we're recruiting people with family history, we're giving them the genetic test, the big step which is going to take this from an academic test to our test which actually prevents blindness amongst Australians.
Oh, I think it's a game changer.
It completely will change the paradigm of how we manage glaucoma.
My kids are at risk of this, and it could be something that fundamentally changes their lives as well as mine. Please help as much as you can.
If you give a donation, the sight you save could be your own, it could be your children's, it could be your grandchildren.
It could be you. Just think about that.